Alright, gratex video. Yay. Should be fun. Mopsy. Yeah, mopsy. Yeah.
Well, start smoking again.
I had to turn it up.
It's been about 3 weeks now.
Really dark.
And,
really dark.
I don't know. I know how to give up. I've done it before. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a track.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you've done it before. Okay, good. Good for you. But yeah, I'll laugh a little bit. Just because, like, just a couple of weeks ago, you're bragging about how you're making all that extra money doing that overtime work on the holidays, and now you're just pissing it all away on cigarette taxes. Ha 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 ha.
Of what state of mind I was in when I started again, and what's been bothering me, and I'm piecing it together. I'm piecing together what's been troubling me. That's made me start smoking again, and I'm piecing it together.
Yeah, you like it. That's part of the problem, right? Yeah, you like it. And that's the whole catch, and that's the argument I've been making, and you just keep missing that point. I've never argued that we aren't capable of enjoying things. They take us, they free us, they liberate us from shit. And some of that is just bullshit, though. I mean, some of those mechanisms are just old, traditional mechanisms. And, if you never have a cigarette, you'll never need a cigarette, right? So that's one of the catches here, is this need thing. And if you don't create the need, then you don't have this mechanism inside of you that makes you appreciate something and need it. And it's just that simple. It's all perceptual. And we don't need to have the burden of that perception. If you're going to be stuck watching black and white television your whole life, there'd be no good in somebody whispering in your ear about how great color TV is.
Maybe it's just winter. Maybe that's what it is. Pissed off.
Well, then you're going to have a hard time maintaining it, because that winter thing shows up every fucking year.
But, I watched a Hannibal Barker video about Inmendham, and Hannibal... well, I'm not going to criticise what Hannibal's doing.
Yeah, no, you don't do that. That would be a stupid thing to do, is criticize videos that have to be the dumbest hunks of shit ever made. That would be stupid. To discourage that kind of obnoxious stupidity. Stupidity so fucking hugely stupid that it has to take some enthusiasm out of anybody with the brain cells. Anybody with brain cells has to just say, oh, fuck, we are doomed. If this was... Well, anyway, I mean, not to be able to do us that favor. You can't even do us that favor of attempting to preserve a tiny bit of human dignity here by just claiming and stating that, yeah, that video was way, way bad.
I'm bored of this, ponage stuff, and and watching the ponage videos, just like, yeah, whatever. But what I want to say is,
these aren't even ponage videos. How could it possibly be a ponage video? It's an incredibly fat fuck talking about somebody else's vice as if, like somehow that could possibly make sense. Oh, amazing.
all these things have already been said to Inmendham, and it just deflects off his fucking...
Yeah, what things? Again, you're not saying anything. We've already told Inmendham that evolution is not evolution. It's something else. No, you haven't made a rational argument. You haven't said anything. You haven't told Inmendham anything. Come on.
Ferris Cranus, okay? It just deflects, so the ideas, boom, 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 they go away, It's like, how hypocritical can a human being be, right?
Oh, now I'm the hypocrite. So, well, whatever. Let's go ahead.
That they criticise all life as being rats running around in a maze chasing some cheese, and he's above it.
So that's your interpretation, that I'm claiming I'm not a rat? That I'm claiming I'm not just one of the rats, and I've climbed out of the maze to say, well, what's making this rat run? That's how I actually figured out. You can't see the maze as the maze. You see the maze by looking inside of yourself, fucknut. Alright, it's a metaphor. There is no real maze. There is no wall I climbed. There is no view I had. All of that was acquired by looking at myself, you shithead. Okay, and saying, what makes this rat run? That's how it was acquired. That's how the insight is acquired, is you turn your eyes around and you look inside and you say, holy shit, I'm a fucking rat. How does that make me a hypocrite?
Looking down on it, right? And this guy can't even fucking quit smoking. You know, he's criticised.
So what is that? So this is your... I mean, you just fell off the wagon and you're criticizing somebody else who says, I don't even want to get on the wagon. I don't want to quit smoking. I mean, to say I can't quit smoking, well, the truth is I don't want to quit smoking. So that's why I can't quit smoking, is because I really don't fucking want to. I like smoking. You know, I like nicotine. I'm addicted to nicotine. I've said that about 7. I'm as comfortable with nicotine as anything I ever slept with. I mean, it is me, okay? It completes me. Nicotine completes me. So yeah, I'll do it now with the little vaporizers, and I'll get my nicotine, and I'll be a semi-happy camper, okay? It's not a great reality, but it's a good virtual reality, okay? Virtual nicotine, I'll take it. It's good enough.
Criticizing people for being addicted to existence.
No, I don't criticize them for being addicted to existence. I criticize them for denying it's an addiction. I mean, fuck, you can't even get these simplest things fucking goddamn right. Where did I criticize them for being addicted? I criticize them for denying the addiction. Oh, fuck.
But he can't even quit smoking. You know, that is fucking hilarious.
Well, look, give me the bargain, okay? Say, if you quit smoking, we'll quit having babies. Or if you quit smoking, you can tax babies $9 million. Or if you quit smoking, we'll kill all the 2-year-olds. Blah, blah, blah. Give me a bargain and I'll quit. All right? But what's my incentive to quit now for? Just to acquiesce to my slave owner who says I can't smoke cigarettes anymore? I should acquiesce to some Hannibal fuckbara? I should acquiesce to these fake liberals, these fake freedom fighters? I should acquiesce to my master and do what he tells me? No, fuck the master. Fuck them. All right? I like smoking. Fuck you. I'm going to keep smoking if I can. Fucker. I think it sucks to be addicted to nicotine, but I've seen color TV. I'm saying, fuck you, I'm going to go watch color TV, okay? And I'm not going to watch it just because some fat ass tells me I can't. Shit.
It's hilarious, tragic, depressing, irritating. Hypocrisy really annoys me.
Yeah, well, good. I like it. Yeah, I'm happy I can annoy you with a hypocrisy that's a delusion inside your own little wacky rat psychology. Because it doesn't exist in any reality. You can't demonstrate the hypocrisy in any kind of rational, coherent statement of sentences. You're not going to be able to come up with that. You're only by lying and distorting and perverting and manipulating the truth can you make your argument.
But all these things have been pointed out, Hannibal. There's no point in... well, I guess, like Puro saying, you can influence him, and I have heard Inmendham say things that I've been arguing, and he has taken on a lot of my arguments.
Oh, come on. Like what? Life is a journey, not a destination. No, that was a no-seller. Where? What argument of yours? What possible argument? We should all sit in the stands and just get one of those spongy number 1 fingers and go rah, 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 because none of it matters. That's your philosophy, fucknut. How the fuck have I come anywhere closer to that? I'm still throwing rocks at the assholes in the stands.
Like he says, that there's no intrinsic value in things. That's one of the things that I've influenced him in, I think.
Well, even the way you just said that, there's no intrinsic value in things. Yes, there's intrinsic value in the thing that creates value by having a welfare condition. So sentient things possess intrinsic value when they're functioning and having conscious experiences. They're creating value. So they create intrinsic value. Everything else only has value in how it affects feeling sensitive things. If a thing in the universe isn't affecting something that can feel, it can have no value. It can only have value indirectly in how it affects something that feels. Feeling things are the kernel, the core, the root, the mechanism of value generation, and not in their subjective perceptions, but in the fact that they have a feeling state. They can be stepped on and squished and caused suffering, or they can, drink some booze and have a party. And though the fact that they can be in these different states, one good and one bad, creates value. So your paraphrase is again an obnoxious, useless, insufficient piece of shit. It doesn't elevate conversation anywhere when you pervert a truth by making it way too Jesus says-y.
But still, he just abuses that idea. He says there's no intrinsic good value, but there's intrinsic bad value. Because...
Well, again, you're still missing the point that the value is in the feeling organism, and yes, the feeling organism is just in states of negative, unfortunately. Lesser amounts of burden. Release burdens, and sensitive things feel better as you release the burdens. As you pop the pimples, they feel better and better and better and better. Okay, so it's the releasing of a negative condition that creates the sensation of a positive condition. But it's positive relative to abasement, not positive relative to an actual zero, a neutral state. The neutral state is, in fact, the superior state.
He has to fit idea. What he's trying to do is, he's trying to justify his values as if they're not values.
I'm explaining my values. I'm explaining that when I turned the thing inside and I looked around at the maze and the game that goes on inside this thing called psychology and inside this mechanism called interaction in the world, I could see that what is my gratification made out of? How does something good actually happen in the world? And this is the mechanism of good. The mechanism of good, just like in the Dickens play, isn't Scrooge collecting the money. It is in Scrooge releasing the money, in releasing the capacity to help people out of their burden. Releasing burden is the value, okay? Not acquiring something.
But fact. And that's what he does, unfortunately. And it's one of the main irritating things about him.
Yeah, is that I make rational arguments and you jackasses have to do nothing better than throw rotten vegetables at me, and you get away with it because everybody in the audience is too stupid to realize that throwing rotten vegetables is not a fucking counter-argument.
It's... it's just really frustrating. Okay, it's really frustrating to think about it, to try and put it all into some kind of package, because it's just going to bounce off and bing.
Yeah, that's right. You're not going to be able to counter argue it because there's nothing to counter argue it with. It's just the tragic truth of the circumstance. And you simply don't want it to be the truth. And I can understand why you don't want it to be the truth. I didn't want it to be the truth when I was a kid, and I kept banging into these walls of reality that kept saying to me, that kept indicating to me that something is fundamentally wrong with the game I'm in. The machine, the play was too stupid, and there was something fundamentally wrong with that, and I didn't like to admit that, what might be wrong with it is it's at its core. The whole fucking thing might be rotten all the way down the wormhole.
all bounce off. It's a fucking waste of time. It's a fucking waste of time and energy, right? You can influence you can influence other people that are watching more, and I guess there are people that are undecided on a lot of things, and that's why we put.
Yeah, well, you got people who will change their mind every 35 seconds, like Heroin Church. So, yeah, you can find those people and just get them to wish and wash and wish and wash and wish and wash, and bounce all over the fucking goddamn place. But I don't see any success in that. Tell you the truth, that seems like a bigger waste of time. You might as well try to knock down the Goliath. You might as well try to knock down the monster than waste your time with the little wishy-washies who are just going to spin around in circles and get dizzy and fall down. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to be anything. They're not going to say anything. They're not going to construct anything. They're not going to mean anything in the whole fucking gameplay because they're just spinning around in their own little fucking circle. All right? So you might as well try to take shots at me.
There are counter-arguments out there to try and help other people avoid living in a midden in the middle of the woods, surrounded by cat shit, ranting at the stars.
Yeah, well, whatever that means, right? I mean, you haven't lived in different places in your life and been in different places in your life, And, it's not my cat shit. I mean, I didn't, go to the store and buy cat shit and dump it in the yard. No, the cats came to me, and so what I should have done? I thrown rocks at them? So what is that kind of dig? I mean, why does it matter what my life is? What does me have to do with any of this? I mean, really, it makes a difference if I comb my hair and I gave a fuck. That would mean something to you assholes. That's what this is really about, is having properly combed hair and a properly buttoned shirt and a properly propered vocabulary and all this fucking meaningless crap. This is like the spelling police in comments. I mean, why the fuck? What the fuck do I even want to be on a planet with people who can't realize that there's something a lot more important than spelling going on here? Damn.
And, Inmendham said on numerous occasions that he doesn't want any more hymns to exist. Doesn't want any more life forms to have his existence. But, he does go a hell of a long way to ensuring that people maintain a wallowing in pessimism attitude.
Well, whatever. I don't think I do go a hell of a long way. I really don't. Again, I make arguments saying things like, look, you don't have to become a vegetarian. You don't even have to feel bad about what's happening to animals. All you have to admit is that you're kind of an asshole, and that the human race, as a human race, should be migrated to a better philosophy than that. They should be doing better than me. Is that a terrible, horrible burden to dump on somebody, that they could actually say that, yeah, I kind of suck, and the next version should be a little better than me? All right, I'm Windows 95, and instead of going backward, all right, like I'm Windows 98, instead of going back to Windows 95, yeah, you should try to hit for XP. Some kind of, that just to concede you suck, and that the human race should do better than what you are. Oh, what a burden.
That will lead to them living his existence. So, that's kind of, again, another thing. It's like, sometimes I'm quite reluctant to express my opinions on things, because I don't think a lot of the opinions are quite helpful for me, and I certainly don't think engendering some attitudes that I possess in other people's brains will be helpful for them.
So again, this is how philosophy is again. Well, what's a good therapy for their psychology? So yeah, just allows philosophies. No. It's just psychology. Just make the current victim put some Band-Aids on them, give them some apple juice or whatever the fuck, and some vitamins. And just don't ever think about curing a disease. Don't ever think of not having the victim again. Just keep treating symptoms forever, and do nothing to stop the thing that generates the symptoms. Wow, brilliant. I think that's just preposterously stupid. I think it's just a stupid plan. Plain and simple. It's stupid. Cures are really cool. treatments kind of suck.
So I do kind of hold back on a lot of stuff. Especially when it's pessimistic stuff, you know, because pessimism, I understand it as some kind of mimetic disorder.
A mimetic disorder. So what are you saying? It's an idea disorder, pessimism. Yeah, we should just all buy lottery tickets. You don't have enough food for the kids? Well, scrape up what pennies you can, you know, so there's no point in just buying them some food. If you can't buy them, like, whatever, I don't know, fried oysters, then, yeah, no, that's just too fail. If you can't buy them golden covered chocolate bingle bangs, then, yeah, fail. So, yeah, just scrape up all the money out of the couch you can find, you know, money you could buy some potatoes with, and just buy lottery tickets. Just live on silly hope and silly dreams. Might you go? Maybe you can find a fountain with a leprechaun on it. You know, a little wish fountain where you wish, and the leprechaun will grant your wishes. Maybe. Yeah. So go throw your income in there. Go throw your income in the wish fountain, and don't do anything real for your kids. Yeah. Live on bullshit.
Flits from brain to brain. You know, and grows and devours every other thing in the brain and takes over. And you have to be...
Yeah, whatever. I mean, look, the depression, again, that's a personal thing. You got to realize when you're out of control in terms of your depression. But depression, unfortunately, I'm just saying that part of clarity is depression. Depression does get you to the place where you're letting go of all these addictions, all the you know, you lose your appetite, you lose a lot of this drive stuff, this momentum stuff, this ego crap, like I need to do something, I need a Mercedes, I need this, you get depressed, and all of a sudden all that shit just turns into crap, and you realize you're not living for a hell of a lot, alright? You're living for shit. You're living because somebody pushed you, and you just never stopped running, because it's kind of the momentum takes control. So they just kind of push you down the hill, and you just keep trying to stay on your feet for the rest of your fucking life. But that's all you're kind of doing. It's all made out of bullshit. And that's just tragic. But I'm just saying, that's a separate issue. How you deal with the fact that life is incredibly stupid is just something you have to deal with. But it doesn't mean it has to suck the life out of you. It's not intrinsically depressing. I mean, in terms, it's not automatically depressing. It's discouraging, but you can still play the game. You can still have some fun.
Be vigilant about pessimism. You know, it's an infection that can go on for years on end.
Yeah, well, we know. Well, I'm just saying, we know the opposite of it, though. We know the danger of this fake and phony optimism, this silly investment in crap that'll never come to be. This silly idea of hopes and happily ever afters, and oh, look at the young couple, they're in love. Yes, and then they're going to get the herpes and the vaginal warts and the, you know, whatever, breast cancers and the this and the that and all the other shit that's going to fall on them. So yeah, let's all have a fairy tale party. That's more dangerous, in my opinion. Let's pop out a couple of kids when we have no clue how long we're going to live.
Inmendham just is pessimism. That's he's the aspect of pessimism. He's the avatar of pessimism, and I guess that's why so many people have to challenge it.
Yeah, well, I wish you would challenge it with something real, though. You don't challenge it with anything real, and maybe it is the truth. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I'm just totally hostile to fake and phony optimism. And so, yeah, I guess that's how it ends up. You know, without it, you end up in pessimism. Just as if there's nothing to fix in the world, there's nothing to do in the world. And that's just one of the truths. You're just sitting there with an empty bucket. Well, the fact is, life is empty bucket. Except for the bullshit you put in there. Mimetically.
But I mean, it is really single-track mind when it comes to him. You know, I mean, if you catch him on Stickcam or something like that, you know, you'll talk about other stuff sometimes. But really, whenever there's any kind of opportunity, to just...
Yeah, I talked about other stuff on YouTube, and it didn't go anywhere. There's no audience for anything about fixing anything anywhere. So, yeah, I might as well put all my little investment carrots in the one hope there is left that somehow you just drive this thing over the edge, or you get it to stop, or you get people to get out. But I'm just saying there's no point in trying to do the little things because there's no hope. The people are catastrophically stupid. So, yeah, I'm even pretty pessimistic about that. I'm still doing it because there's nothing else. I'm running down the hill. There's nothing else to do but grab at this shit as you're running. But, I mean, that's all there is. But, yeah, I'm not going to make a real... Like I said, there's no place, there's no conversation to be had with these morons, and you just keep them stupid. You just keep them with your fucking sponge finger in your stands, and you just keep saying, let's just laugh at the spectacle, and that's your contribution. So fuck you. Why am I even talking to you, you useless bag of shit?
Way the pessimism, it's taken, right? It is jumped on. You know? And anything that isn't pessimism is just ignored as Pollyanna, fucking phantasmagoria.
Yeah, well, isn't it? That's what it is. But again, I mean, isn't it a little bit ironic that you would accuse me of this pessimism, and yet here I am every day fighting the fight? I mean, you know, isn't there something in your head that says, well, maybe that word isn't quite appropriate, because if I was this colossal pessimist you're claiming I am, then why would I invest any energy in this shit? Does it really look like I'm having a good time? So I'm telling you, I'm not.
You know, or not real philosophy or something like that. Just any excuse to anchor any kind of discussion into being framed in a pessimistic perspective. And but anyway, I'm bored now.
A non-optimistic perspective.
I'm going to go and drink.
Bored.
And stuff.
Yeah, drinking. Good idea.
Yeah, it's not going to be pessimism. It's not going to be... It's Saturday night, I better go and get on stick cam and complain about life existing and no.
Yeah, you're talking about other people's mimetic problem, and here you are saucing your brain. You're saying, oh, I can't deal with the boredom and the bad memes, so I'll go drink philosophy out of a bottle. And you'll sit there and mock my approach as stupid or futile or idiotic or hypocritical. And look what you're advocating. This is your big solution. Life's a little too tedious, so let's go get drunk. Fuck. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't get it.
So, I've done it a few times. I went on stick cam in the Saturday night room, and it's just like most of the time what I used to do was just chat to the people that were there in PNs, because most of the time it was just Inmendham having some fight with some person, and you know, it would just be boring as fuck, you know, it would just be arguing nothing, and you know.
Well, I guess you could have chimed in then and said, look, I'll have something to argue about then. But you didn't even do that, right? I mean, we could argue forever about your life is a journey, not a destination theory. But whatever. I mean, this critique is of what value? I would love somebody else to do it. Somebody else go on Saturday night and hold the room open and play the game and keep it ordered and keep it a little bit, keep it moving. I'd love it. So I could just goof off and be a visitor, and I could critique and say, God, that was boring, or God, that was inane, or God, that was stupid. I mean, I'd love to have this backseat driving position and not have to be responsible and not have to be watching the road and paying fucking attention. I'd love to be one of you free riders who can just sit back in your luxury seat with your arms back saying, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to be thoughtful or creative or intelligent or interesting or any of that shit. I can just critique the other guy who's got it all piled on him. I mean, what the fuck can I say to this? Is just fuck you. Open the room.
It's just, yeah. Anyway, I suppose he's an oasis. He's an oasis of pessimism that people go to. And when they get to the oasis, they can chat with people and develop relationships and friendships and stuff.
Well, I'm all good on that. So yeah, if they're doing that, fine. I don't see too much of that. I just see a lot of idiots. Yeah, I just see idiots everywhere. That's all I really see. So yeah, I'm a little pessimistic about even that. So whatever. Whatever. Yeah, just whatever. I'm just going to laugh about you wasting all your time and a half money on cigarette taxes.
I guess there's better ways. Which is what I'm going to do right now.
Yeah, go Oasis in your bottle. So there. Yeah, and you'll criticize the rest of the world for not doing it right. Yeah, because they aren't following the just get drunk and be an asshole solution strategy. Yeah, that solves all the world's problems. I won't have to worry about being born in Bangladesh if I just get drunk.